Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are at Pokemon DEF CON 1. We are at Pokemon DEF CON 1. You all need to stay the fuck off the internet if you don't want to be spoiled. The entire game is leaking, boys. The entire game is leaking.
Well, before we get into what you actually see on your screen here, let's talk about that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Will. What are you looking forward to the most? Without giving spoilers, what are you looking forward to the most?
Paradox Don fan.
Oh, is that what you posted today?
That's what those are. They're Paradox. They're the Paradox Don fans.
All right, everybody, let's start this off right. What's going on, nerds? And welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, where we're talking about Marvel's and Disney Plus's She-Hulk series. The first season just finished just about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But we were in Nerd-Tober, which thank you everybody for tuning into those episodes. Really appreciate the support we got for it. But we're going to jump right into it. We're talking about She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, and Will. How you doing?
I'm alive.
I
set up my new Switch yesterday, so I mean that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's good. Well, tell everybody what came with the Switch that was absolutely hilarious.
Oh my god. So I ordered this thing from Amazon UK, and I didn't think about it. I didn't think about when I ordered this that it was going to come with the European adapter, not the American one. I don't know why that didn't process in my head that would happen, but it did. It was really funny.
It was absolutely hilarious, and I was like, wait, does that mean he can't plug his stuff in? I was like, no, he could just use his own.
We have so many extra adapters. It's not funny because we've bought extra docks and we've bought like special edition Switches and not traded in the old system.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, unfortunately, the co-host with the mostest is not here tonight. She's dealing with something vehicle related.
Life shit sucks. Let's just say that.
Life shit sucks.
So Melis is your new co-host. I have taken over the podcast. You're welcome.
Why are you sitting there like Montgomery Burns? That's actually kind of weird. I'm waiting for you to go, excellent.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get into it. We started off with Jennifer Walters, and she doesn't have powers. How does she get the powers? Well, that brings in Bruce Banner himself. How'd you feel the way she got it, the little blood contact giving her the Hulk gene there? Did you enjoy that on how they did it on screen?
It was an interesting way of her getting her powers. I think something similar is how she gets them in the comics. I'm actually looking it up to see if I'm right.
Well, while you're doing that, everybody watching at home, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check us out on other forms of media like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You see the beautiful art dead center there. That was made by our one and only James Fair. Will, what have you found?
Oh, so it actually happens the same way. A blood transfusion provided by Bruce in some way helps Jennifer. I think it's for like different.
It wasn't a car accident.
Reasons. Yeah. Oh no, it was a crime boss, Nicholas Trask.
Okay.
Trask.
Yeah.
Gotten injured her to get back at a guy named William Walters. I guess her dad.
All right.
So, and then Bruce gave her blood, and she then became the She-Hulk.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool way to get it. It literally happens within the first 10 or 15 minutes of that episode. And then you see her and Bruce go back and forth as, you need to be a hero. I don't want to be a hero. I want you to be a hero. You're a Hulk. I'm a lawyer, bitch.
Yeah, like Bruce immediately thinks that just because you have powers, you have to become a superhero, and that's not the deal for everybody.
She should have messed with him and be like, I want to be a supervillain.
And I'd be like, I'm gonna be a villain. How about that?
Watch Hulk's mouth just go dung.
Apparently, I guess in the so one of the differentials here is apparently in like the original comics, she actually had the Hulkness originally for a small bit and then regained control, where in She-Hulk. Oh, and listen, I haven't really read She-Hulk. I'm like looking up what I find on the internet. So if I am wrong, please correct me, because sometimes I like to be wrong because I like to know what the actual thing is. But it says like at first, hold on, I still have the article up. Oh, maybe I don't, but I can get it back very quickly. Basically, was like at first she was savage and dim-witted, much like the Hulk, but her personality soon evolved into a fun-loving, less inhibited version of Jennifer Walters, while retaining all of the intelligence she had as a normal human.
Yep. Well, I liked it a lot. And what's going on, Matt? Appreciate you were here. She-Hulk is the cousin of the Hulk, and she gets powers due to some incident where she ends up with Bruce Banner's blood in her. And in this case, she's attorney at law, playing both herself, Jennifer, and She-Hulk, kind of superhero at the end. That's about it, just at the end. But going on, what'd you like a little Shang-Chi reference in this? How'd you like that about bringing back the Fight Club with Wong?
It was interesting. I didn't see too much of that fight because I was actually in another room when the fight was happening, but it was enjoyable. I like seeing the like secondary characters of, and I know Wong is Sorcerer Supreme.
Just because you get blipped for 5 years and it goes to somebody else.
I mean, they're not wrong though. They're not in the wrong for doing that.
No, they're not. It's just, I feel bad.
I feel bad too, but it's just, I feel like he will eventually become Sorcerer Supreme in like a Doctor Strange 3. But I like seeing these other characters show up in other series.
Yes. Absolutely.
I like Yelena showing up in Hawkeye. I like how everything is interwoven in a way. Like how basically She-Hulk connected to Shang-Chi because they were showing the footage of when Abomination and Wong were fighting at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked it because it closes a little bit of the big circle and kind of encompasses one story, what happens with that into, and it also gets the Abomination into the series as well, and he actually plays a very big part in the series. Well, not a big part, but a big part. Like, they do spend a full episode at his retreat compound. Yeah. So let's talk whole story altogether, Will. Did you enjoy how they did it? How there was fourth wall breaks, how there was Hulk as an attorney, there were court scenes, there was comedy, her fighting quite a bit in this, Daredevil coming back, Matt Murdock.
Yeah, I like this because now because the whole purpose from what they were like, kind of what they were hinting at with the start of Phase 4 was a lot of their series and their characters that were on in other things, in other places, they're now trying to bring it back, have it where all of their characters do exist in the MCU officially, because at first it wasn't really a full-blown confirmation that Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and them were full MCU. It was severely hinted, and it was like under the water confirmed, but no, there was no concrete evidence, as far as I'm aware, until Hawkeye. Because Hawkeye shows it's the same actor, everything, Fisk. And now they're just continuing to evolve it. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Technically, No Way Home, because Matt Murdock showed up in No Way Home.
He
So,
did.
yeah,
He caught the brick that he should not have seen.
and then it evolved further with showing William Fisk
Yep.
in Hawkeye, and now Murdock coming back in She-Hulk. Now we just need to see like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, like Iron Fist. Like now we just need we need to see that.
So what about the fourth wall breaks?
If there wasn't fourth wall breaks, I would have been upset.
Because there was one fourth wall break. I was like, "Where are the X-Men?" And then she winked and gave a thumbs up, and I was like, "Ha!"
Well, here's the thing: She-Hulk is like in a way, she is like the PG-13 Deadpool.
Deadpoolio.
Because she breaks the fourth wall. She does the things that how she was breaking, literally leaving her show is things Deadpool does. But Deadpool's more dark and grotesque about it. Like he'll leave the comics and kill his writers. Like he's done it before.
Yeah.
Where she goes and's like, what are you writing here? What are you making me doing here? Like, come on. So it's like, I like that she's kind of like, in a way, a PG-13 version of Deadpool. She's a Deadpool that like everyone could watch.
I mean, but at least she doesn't kill everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
As much as she definitely smacked the hell out of people. Yeah, that happened.
I think this was a good different approach to the origin of She-Hulk while maintaining the core of what She-Hulk is supposed to be. I know there's a lot of controversy with certain things that they did, like the She-Hulk twerking and stuff like that. But
who cares?
In the comics, they made her jump rope naked.
He's not wrong,
so
people.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't even. Yeah, the twerking scene was cringy because
it was cringy, but it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be her having fun.
I took that scene as, oh, this is supposed to be as cringy as I think it, like how the cringe I feel is I believe is what they're trying to make me feel.
Which hopefully it got that across with everybody else, because honestly I was like, not needed, but it's showing character in her having fun with her coworker and just, being herself. It's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But how did you feel like there was a lack of a split personality disorder with She-Hulk and Jennifer, unlike Bruce Banner when he first became the Hulk?
So from my research into comics, because I've been working on that too, she is, when she actually in the writing has the Hulk personality, she is the quickest. She doesn't have it for long.
Okay,
if even at all. It's a logic. It makes sense. Makes sense why she can control her. She doesn't really have the Hulk personality. Is honestly what they said. She's it's hard to say in this day and age, but she does have to deal with fluctuating emotions a lot. So she has a better control on her emotion, because that is what Hulk is. The Hulk personality to all of them is them losing control of their emotions.
Yeah.
Usually in anger.
Yeah. And you are 100% right with that as well. But I like how you're like,
Well, it's hard to say, like, yeah, it's because she doesn't really have the She-Hulk personality because she's a woman. Like, because that's not necessarily true. True, but it is in the same right. Right, because they even, as well as in that description of where they were like, well, wait, you're not hulking out? Like, what the heck? Heck, she explained, yeah, she's a woman, so she has to deal with the fluctuating emotions all the time. I mean, they get monthly periods. I mean, like, and it affects some women more than others emotional wise, and that's just how it is. I'm not going to go deep in that because I don't really fully understand it. I just know it's a period, it's a thing. But she also had mentioned that she has been having to control her anger her entire life, especially being in a courtroom.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that half is the half we should be paying more attention to than the fact of that her as a woman had to deal with fluctuating emotions more often than like Bruce as a man has had to do, because stereotype, all that. And then we have that crucial part. She's a fucking lawyer. She has to keep her cool at all times in that courtroom. So I like how when they were explaining this, they started with that, and they basically were like, nah, this. I love that they basically like they mentioned it, but they glossed over it and focused more on the reason why is that she's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And has had to deal with like all of this shit as a lawyer and has had to keep her temperament in check all the time.
Yeah. So let's get into that final episode, because I thought the final episode was absolutely hilarious with, I don't like where this is going. Brings up Disney Plus, knocks out She-Hulk, goes down to it's one of the Avenger series. Crud. I can't think of the name of it, but knocks that out, goes in there, walking across Disney property in Burbank. And I'm like, is this really happening? And she busts down the door to She-Hulk with the writer's room. I want to talk to who's in charge. It goes full Karen. I was like, you can't talk to Kevin. And my brain just went, Kevin? You mean like the Kevin? Like Kevin Feige? And I'm like, I'm hyping it up. I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's see him. This is going to be great. He's a fucking robot. He's literally GLaDOS.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally GLaDOS from Portal. But Kevin apparently stands for Knowledge Enhanced Visual Interconnectivity Nexus.
Yeah. But I mean, even then, she still leaves the episode. Like, because like that part, how they make it look is that she's still in the episode when she's talking to Kevin. And then she stops it and leaves the episode and goes and talks to the actual writers of the show.
Yeah. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I know people had
it was genius. Like that is the way to do it. And now that they've done it with She-Hulk, I'm kind of hoping they do something similar with Deadpool 3, because that would be freaking hilarious if they did something like Deadpool-esque in that kind of format where he actually leaves the movie.
Deadpool and shows up in other movies.
Yeah, that would be freaking hilarious if he like shows up in Endgame. Like they take scenes from Endgame.
It's like, hey guys, I was here.
yeah, and like be like, and like shoot Thanos like right before he fades away and be like, got you, fam. And then he just like dusts away. So it's like basically the same thing happened no matter what.
I was more of thinking the Stitch trailer in Beauty and the Beast where he's on the ceiling and drops the chandelier. It's like him walking through a bunch of Disney animated movies, like in the background.
Oh my god!
Kind of the same concept as those Stitch trailers. But Will, would you hope for a season 2?
Yes. This is one of, I like that this is one of the few like the few show ones that they have an opening to do a season 2. Because here's the thing. Falcon and the Winter Soldier does not have the ability to have a season 2.
No.
Because it was a complete story. It was the story about how Falcon becomes Captain America.
I mean, you could have a Captain America series now.
Yeah, but they've already slated him for a movie, which is honestly better. Like he needs, like at that point, I feel a series to make him Captain America was the way to go. Now he's Captain America. Now he gets movies.
Yeah.
Movies. Just like apparently Bucky's gonna be in the Thunderbolts.
Yes, he is.
WandaVision can't have a second season.
No.
Because they basically completed that story to lead her.
And she's dead.
Doctor Strange. she's. I
Will,
don't think she's dead.
look at what I'm doing.
I understand you're quotating because I was doing it too, but
Maybe I should have did it like
there is a
I'm gone.
90% chance she is not dead. AJ, where'd you go?
Oh, I got snapped.
Loki is getting a season 2. Already confirmed that's happening. Like, they left Loki open. Hawkeye has a chance to get a season 2. Because that's still kind of open.
I'd want to see it.
Open, and She-Hulk has an opening. I think She-Hulk might already be slated to get a season 2, but I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing a full, complete report saying that, hey, She-Hulk season 2 is happening.
All right, well, where would you rank this on your list of don't bother, see it if you can, definitely see it, or watch now?
I would say definitely see it. I don't think it's a watch now, because if you're still trying to catch up on these series, I think there's some that you should watch before She-Hulk and ones that are better. Like, I honestly think right now, out of all the Disney Plus Marvel Cinematic Universe series, Loki is the best one.
Loki's my second favorite. I very much enjoyed WandaVision.
WandaVision was good, but it was like, I like the formula of like WandaVision, where you have no goddamn clue what's actually going on until the end. I like that formula. It's like Bullet Train. It's like that movie Bullet Train.
Oh my God, I want to see it again.
Same formula, where literally during the whole movie I'm going, what the fuck is happening here?
So
like, where does any of this connect?
So for me, and this is just for me, and I'm probably going to be missing some here because there has been a good number of them. It's WandaVision, Loki, She-Hulk, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then Hawkeye. All were good, but that's my list of them.
And the nice thing is too, is there is that show, The Secret Invasion.
Yes.
There's a chance that She-Hulk shows up in that, because there is a time in like the comics and stuff where Jennifer works with a Skrull as like a bounty hunter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's a Skrull by the name of Jacinda.
I like how you have that like on your screen ready to go.
Yeah, apparently and she joins like a new incarnation of the Defenders, but gets disbanded during like Secret Wars when it's found out that Skrulls, because what happens is like a big villain event ends up happening, and a lot of heroes die, but it's never made like public that they died in time, and these Skrulls are taking like disguise themselves as those heroes. So the actual heroes know that they aren't them.
Yeah.
Them. And so it starts like this whole like civil war, but it's actually a villain arc, because the Skrulls are for the most part villains. But I believe there is like like in Captain Marvel, I believe there is a group of Skrulls that
Talos and
I believe that group of Skrulls and everything don't have any level of issues or conflicts. It's like this one sect in the Skrulls like are real butthurt about what's happened, and so they start like trying to take over other worlds to get like revenge. I think I might be wrong. I've never looked too deep into Skrull lore, so.
All right, brother. Well, let's close up shop here tonight. Where can people find you?
Getting ready. I've taken all of next weekend off for Scarlet and Violet. I am ready. AJ, we are having a Scarlet Violet party at my house on Saturday, so you should join.
I'd have to see what time Jessica gets out at work.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, you can find me. I don't actually have it set up. So we can't do Rob Paulson, so you can find me over on the All-Star 15 TV YouTube page, where I broadcast for iRacing races. Got a couple of cool leagues Monday, soon Tuesday, and Wednesday. I do some live streams with other games. Right now I'm working on Stick of Truth, which South Park is definitely a fucked game, but it's so funny.
Bro, you're telling me.
It's literally D&D.
I'll be honest, the Fractured Butthole is more actual D&D-esque than Stick of Truth, because Stick of Truth is just a turn-based combat game.
Yeah.
Game where the Fractured Butthole like actually uses a grid system like D&D does, and you actually like your moves hit like certain squares and stuff like that. You actually have to like play on the board. So I honestly I like Stick of Truth. The combat system was pretty good. I just think it would have been better to have used the Fractured Butthole system.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But also check us out on our Facebook pages. You know, we have a group page that everybody can post their own nerd stuff that we can all comment on and have nerdy conversations with. And we also have an Instagram and Twitter. I got to give a huge shout out to James Fair again for making that art you see on your screen there.
And if you like nerd-inspired wax melts, you can go on Facebook. It's called Melting Culture. We'll provide a new link because she has decided to use Facebook over her website because it's just easier. So we will post a link to that Facebook group. But I had actually won a contest on there, and we have gave birth to a Venom-inspired scent.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's black cherry and vanilla. It is beautiful.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'll have you. I'll bring a bar with me on Saturday and let you smell it.
Cool. Does it work in Scentsy stuff?
Yes, it does. If you have any wax melter, like warmer, like for the wax scents, will work on these.
Awesome.
You don't need a special warmer because really, at the end of the day, all they are is they just heat up the little pad and it makes the smell.
All right, everybody. Well, we're going to close up shop. We'll talk to you next week, which I can't think of what we're doing. But this time next week, we'll be talking about another nerdy topic here. But peace out, everybody. Stay cool, stay safe, and don't do anything stupid.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.